traveling down Interstate 45 northbound into Dallas, Texas. Pentagon T Toops Graphics, always believe, presents the video over Exponent and Radicals quiz. Problem number 1. Simplify the expression 3 times x to the third y to the negative 2 all to the third power. Is it A, 27x to the 6 over y to the negative 6, B, 9x to the 9th over y to the 6, C, 27x to the 9th y to the 6, or D, 27x to the 9th over y to the 6? To get this answer, we must distribute the exponent of 3 that's outside of the parentheses. After distributing the outside exponent of 3, that would give us 3 to the third times x to the 3 times 3 times y to the negative 2 times 3. Once you multiply the exponents, that would give you 3 to the third times x to the 9th times y to the negative 6. Remember, you can't leave a number with an exponent, so 3 to the third is 27. So our answer will be 27x to the 9th, y to the negative. Remember also, you can't have a negative exponent in your answer. So the y to the negative 6 would go to the denominator and the negative 6 would become positive. This would match up to choice D, 27x to the 9th over y to the 6. Problem number 2. Simplify the expression 5x to the third times y to the negative 2 times negative 4 times x to the fourth times y to the negative 3. Is it A, 20x to the 7 over y to the 5th, B, negative 20x to the 7 over y to the 5th, C, negative 20x 12 y to the 6th, or D, negative 20x to the 7th over y to the 6th? To get this answer, you need to remember to do sign, number, letter, exponent. We'll multiply the numbers, write the letters in alphabetical order, and then add the exponents. The first thing we'll do is multiply 5 and negative 4, which gives us negative 20. Now we'll put down our variables x and y in alphabetical order, which gives us negative 20xy. Now we'll add the exponents. The exponents on the x's are 3 and 4. If you combine them, you get 7. The exponents on the y are negative 2 and negative 3. If you combine that, you'll get negative 5. That gives us negative 20x to the 7, y to the negative 5. Remember, you can't leave a negative exponent in your answer, so the y to the negative 5 would go to the denominator, and the negative 5 would turn into a positive 5. If you were to move the y to the negative 5 to the bottom, that would give us answer choice B, negative 20x to the 7 over y to the 5th. Problem number 3 is a tricky one. Simplify the expression negative 2 to the negative 4th power. Is it A, negative 1 over 8, B, 16, C, negative 16, D, negative 1 over 16? The key to this problem is to know that the exponent does not go to the negative sign in front of the 2. The 2 has an exponent of negative 4. That means the 2 should not be in the numerator but in the denominator. So that will turn our problem to negative 1 over 2 to the 4th. Calculating 2 to the 4th, we would get 16. So the answer would be negative 1 over 16, which is choice D. As we continue driving down Interstate 45, heading into Dallas, Texas, this Pentagon T Toops Graphics, Always Believe video, Exponents and Radical Quiz will be back after this commercial break. This video is sponsored by Exponential Growth. Do you have an exponential graph that curves upward? It has exponential growth. Asymptote. Do you have a graph that approaches a line and never crosses it? That line is an asymptote. And the quadratic formula. Do you want to find the zeros of a quadratic equation? You can use the quadratic formula.
Are you having trouble with a problem on the STAR test? You need the Pentagon T-Eraser. It works in reverse. The Pentagon T-Eraser. It will give you more power to do your best on the STAR test. Just apply the Pentagon T-Eraser on a griddable answer grid and watch the answer magically appear. The Pentagon T-Eraser. It will help you always believe.
But wait, there's more!
If you order now, you'll get the Pentagon T tote bag. It will help you accessorize any outfit so that you will always believe. The Pentagon T-Eraser and tote bag can be yours for the low price of 4/5 of $100. Call 1-888-PASS-STAR. That's 1-888-PASS-STAR.
As we continue our drive down Interstate 45 into downtown Dallas, the Pentagon T Toops Graphics Always Believe video of Exponents and Radical Quizzes continues. Problem number 4. Let's put the negative inside of a parenthesis. So we'll have -4 to the -3 power. Would the answer be A, -1/12, B, -12, C, -64, or D, -1/64? In this problem, the negative and the 4 are in the parentheses. So the exponent of -3 will make the -4 go to the denominator. That will turn our problem into 1/-4 to the 3rd power. Another way to do this problem would be to write the -4 down 3 times. So we would have 1/-4 times -4 times -4. If you were to find the product of -4 times -4 times -4, you would get -64. So the answer is -1/64, which is choice D. Problem number 5. Simplify the expression. 3x to the 2nd power over 5y to the -3rd power, all to the 2nd power. Is the answer A, 9x to the 4th, y to the 6th over 25, B, 6x to the 4th over 25y to the 6th, C, 9x to the 4th over 10y to the 6th, or D, 3x to the 4th y to the 6th over 5. To do this problem, we need to remember that the exponent of 2 outside the parentheses will be distributed to every term inside the parentheses. After you distribute the exponent of 2, that would create 3 to the 2nd power times x squared to the 2nd power, all over 5 to the 2nd power times y to the -3 to the 2nd power. If you perform the arithmetic after distributing the exponent, you'll get 9x to the 4th over 25y to the -6. And remember, since the y has a negative exponent, it will go from the denominator into the numerator, which would give us choice A. Choice A is the answer. 9x to the 4th times y to the 6th, all over 25. As we approach downtown Dallas on Interstate 45, the Pentagon T Toops Graphics Always Believe video over Exponents and Radical Quiz will be back after this commercial break. This video is sponsored by Exponential Decay. Do you have an exponential graph that curves downward? It has exponential decay. Domain. Do you know the possible x values of the graph of a function? You know the domain. Range. Do you know the possible y values of a function? You know the range.
Aren't these Pythagorean triple meal deals great? I'm going to get the 3, 4, 5 meal deal. For $5, you get 4 tacos and 3 frito chili cheese wraps. What a great deal!
That is a good deal, Dad. But I think I'm getting to get the 5, 12, 13 meal for $5. And you get a 12-inch hot dog and 13 tater tots.
Wow, what a cool deal!
I know.
You know what I'm going to think of it? I'm going to live life on the edge. I'm going to supersize my 3, 4, 5 meal deal with a scale factor of 2 and make it a 6, 8, 10 meal deal. For $10, I'm going to get 8 tacos and 6 frito chili cheese wraps.
That's a lot of food.
Don't worry about that. I'm a manly man type of guy. It's so cool supersizing your Pythagorean triple meal deal with a scale factor. You know, you take a girl down here, use a coupon with your order, and show her how to use the scale factor. Talk about being a babe magnet.
The Pythagorean triple meal deals. Only at Sonic.
Continuing our drive down Interstate 45 with downtown Dallas in the background, the Pentagon T Toops graphics. Always believe video over Exponents and Radicals quiz continues. Now let's do some problems with radicals. Simplify the radical. Remember, you can't use a decimal. How is the square root of 18 simplified? Is the answer 9, 3 square root of 2, 2 square root of 3, or D, 6 square root of 3? Remember, a square root undoes an exponent of 2. The first thing we need to do is to prime factor 18. The prime factors of 18 are 2 times 3 times 3. Since the square root undoes the exponent of 2, we have a pair of 3's. The next step is to identify all of the pairs in your prime factors. Circle the pairs. So we'll circle the 2 3's. Each pair of numbers circled will go outside of the radical, so the 3 will be pulled out of the radical. Since the 2 is not circled, it will remain inside the radical. That will give us an answer of 3 square root of 2. So the correct answer choice is B, 3 square root of 2. Let's do problem number 7. Simplify the radical. Square root of 40. Is it A, 4 square root of 5, B, 20, C, 2 square root of 10, or D, 5 square root of 4? Remember, the first step is to prime factor the number inside the radical sign. So the prime factors of 40 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. The next step is to circle the pairs of prime factors. We have 3 2's and 1 5. So we can pull out one pair of 2's. So we'll pull a 2 outside of the radical and leave 2 and 5 inside the radical. 2 times 5 is 10. So the answer will be 2 square root of 10, which is choice B. Let's do another problem. Number 8. Simplify the radical. Do not use decimals. What would the square root of 72 simplify to? A, 12 square root of 2, B, 2 square root of 18, C, 36, or D, 6 square root of 2? Remember, the first step is to prime factor the number inside the radical symbol called the radicand. The prime factors of 72 are 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. Now we'll circle every pair of prime factors and move them out. The numbers not circled will stay in. In this problem, we'll have a pair of 2's and a pair of 3's. Since we pulled out a 2 and a 3, we'll multiply that, giving us 6, and the 2 stays inside. That gives us an answer of 6 square root of 2. So the answer is D, 6 square root of 2. As we drive by downtown Dallas on Interstate 45, the Pentagon T Toops Graphics Always Believe video of Exponents and Radical Quiz will be back after this commercial break. This video is sponsored by RADICAND. Do you know the number inside of a square root symbol? It's called the radicand. VERTEX. Do you know the top or bottom of a parabola? You know the vertex. And the zero of a function. Do you know the x-intercepts of the graph of a function? You know the zeros of a function.
Aren't these 2x plus 1 chicken strip functional meal deals splendid?
That's right, Dad. You pay a starting cost of $1 for the fries, and every chicken strip will grow your cost by $2.
We could use the function rule of 2x plus 1 to calculate our cost.
The regular order comes with an input of 3 chicken tenders for $7.
Or you could get the kiddie order and input just 2 chicken tenders for $5.
Oh wait, or you can get the dinner for 2 that comes with an input of 8 chicken tenders for $17.
Wow.
Yes, wow.
Did you know the amount of chicken strips is the independent variable and the cost is the dependent variable?
That's right, but in other words, to explain all that, the cost is dependent on the number of chicken strips.
Or you can say the cost is a function of the number of chicken strips.
This talk about functions is getting me hungry.
Yeah, let's order the dinner for 2.
The chicken strip functional meal deal. Only at Sonic.
As we continue our drive through Dallas, Texas, now on Highway 75, the Pentagon T Toops Graphics Always Believe video of Exponents and Radical Quiz continues. Now let's simplify a radical expression. Simplify 3 square root of 2 plus the square root of 50. Is the answer A, 8 square root of 2, B, 31, C, 16, or D, 6 square root of 5? Now we need to simplify the square root of 50 since 3 square root of 2 is simplified. Prime factoring 50 will get 2 times 5 times 5. Our problem will now turn into 3 square root of 2 plus 5 square root of 2. Now we'll combine 3 square root of 2 plus 5 square root of 2. The coefficients are 3 and 5 and they combine to 8. So the answer choice would be 8 square root of 2, which is choice A. And now our last problem, number 10. Simplify the radical expression. The square root of 12 plus the square root of 75. Is it A, 6 square root of 3, B, 7 square root of 3, C, 43, or D, 87? To do this problem, we need to simplify the square root of 12 and the square root of 75. So let's prime factor 12 and 75. The prime factors of 12 are 2 times 2 times 3, and the prime factors of 75 are 3 times 5 times 5. Using the prime factors to simplify the radicals would give us a problem of 2 square root of 3 plus 5 square root of 3. The sum of 2 square root of 3 plus 5 square root of 3 would be 7 square root of 3, which would be choice B. So choice B, 7 square root of 3, would be the correct answer. This video of exponents and radical quiz has been produced by Pentagon T. Tubes Graphics Always Believe. It's been sponsored by the symbol of awesomeness, Pentagon T. Do you need to believe? You need Pentagon T.